So we're back on the banks. Today you've joined me on the mighty River Trent. And look at that. We've got a little bit of rain, nice and overcast, weather's cooled right down. It was 33 degrees yesterday. In the previous 5-6 days, it's been upper 20s. Weather's not been good for barbel fishing, if I'm honest, or any kind of fishing on the river. River's very low. We've hardly had any rain these past few weeks. So I thought, finally, it's cooled down. We're gonna get a little bit of rain today. And I'll come down and try and target a few chub, maybe a few carp. Definitely want to try and get a decent sized bream. And if we're lucky enough, maybe a few barbel. It's not guaranteed. Normally night time on here would be the one. But other than that, I thought I've got to get down here. I've put it off for long enough. I never fish for barbel or any kind of fish when you're hitting 30 degrees. Most of the carp are spawning on lakes. And I've seen a few carp spawning on the rivers as well last week. So it's mainly, I want a big slab today. Nice, decent sized bream, a few chub. And then if we're lucky, maybe get a few barbel or two. So it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna get everything set up now and then we'll crack on and try and get a few fish in the bag. Oh, it's certainly good to be on the Trent. Rivers look low and in general, conditions probably aren't the best, but I couldn't wait any longer. When it was knocking on for 30, 32, 33 degrees, it was pretty disappointing, to be honest. Last year was the same. And I made a few mistakes of going on sessions where I was literally, I knew I wasn't going to catch much, but it was just being there and enjoying the moment. It's all right being out there and enjoying it, but sometimes you do want to put the odds in your favour for catching a few fish. So that's why I'm not overly fussed about catching the barbel today. It will be a bonus, and with this low pressure kicking in, with the bit of rain we're going to get, I'm hoping that we can get a few in the bag. This peg has been producing the odd fish. I did speak to a few anglers. Generally speaking, a lot of the smaller fish have been coming out on the stretches that I fish around the Midlands area. So you never really know what's in store. Right, so today's bait, pellets and good old ground bait. I'm not expecting to catch huge amounts of fish with it still being quite mild weather, but I'm planning on doing a few night sessions, so any bait that's left over I can always reuse. We're going to go for a sort of 70-30 mix with the pellets and the ground bait, and if we start catching a few fish I'll make a new batch up. So I think that should do it. Not too much. I don't want it to be too wet, but just enough to bind it together. I might need a little bit more ground bait actually, but so rigs are made up, 4-foot ones in each one. Bait's slowly drying out a little bit now, so it'll be nice for loading in the feeder. And that is pretty much it. So let's get these loaded up, cast out. Like I say, it's going to be chub and bream I'm after. Barbel is a bonus. There is carp in here. There's a few of them knocking around. And there's a big sturgeon in here as well. Right, first cast of the day. Make it a special one. Let's have one. Well, everything is in sitch, we are ready for action. It is 9:30. Hopefully we can get something today. Might be a blank. It is still warm, it's about 17 degrees. And it's been raining for the best part of 20 minutes now, so the rods are starting to be pulled a little bit, which I'm guessing that there's a little bit of debris coming through. So I'll get 4 or 5 feeders worth of gear out on each spot and go from there. But I, like I mentioned before, I just returned from Scotland, went on a skate fishing trip, was there for 7 days. 5 days it was constant rain all the time, every second, heavy winds, and I had so many fish thornback rays, spur dogs, you name it. I was catching them left, right and centre, loads of dogfish, but no common skate. And I contacted one of the local anglers for a bit of advice, because I was at my wit's end, I didn't know what was going off. And I was in the wrong depth of water. I was fishing in like 70 foot of water, and I should have been in anything from 100 to 150, or even any deeper. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I went home with my tail in between my legs. I had loads of fish, don't get me wrong, but the common skate eluded me on that session. So I'm going back there in about a couple of months' time. I was hoping to go back straight away, literally unpack the car, reload it all and go back, but I needed a bit of a break from it because it was a killer. The weather was just torrential rain all the time. It was horrible. I don't mind fishing, but when it's like that for 5 days solid, you're just tearing your ear out thinking, is it ever going to stop? So we're coming up to 11:30 and it's dead, absolutely dead, nothing's happening. So I'm thinking we might pop to the top end and have a couple of hours there. It's only 400-500 yards away. Normally I try my luck and just stay in the same spot, but I'm not feeling it today. I'm going to try and maximise my chances of getting a bite, so we'll shoot up there, give it a go. I'm surprised we haven't had any bream. I mean, if the bream aren't feeding, chances are nothing else is. So let's get this one out there. It's going to probably go mid-channel for both of them. Reason being, there's a lot of blanket weed down here. Right, let's go for it without getting tangled or catching the rods. Feels so strange fishing with mono, but I hadn't used it for ages. Right, we've got, I think, about 3 hours fishing, 2.5, 3 hours fishing. Can we get something out of the bag? Weather has slightly changed for the worse. It's warm, probably 23, 24. I've got no idea if we're going to get any joy here. We've had a few knocks on this left-hand rod, a few small roach coming in for the feed, and I've seen a lot of perch coming through this marginal line, and a decent sized pike as well, probably scraper 20. And I recognise it because I've caught it before. It's got a scar on it on the back of its tail. So the fish are active, but no bream, not one bream. I was hoping to get a decent one this session, to be honest, but it seems like that might be for another time. I think my next session is going to be for probably barbel in the evening time. Not too sure when yet. I just wanted to cool down that little bit, with it being warm still. Maybe next week. We are going to get a bit of rain, which is nice. I mean, we did have a little bit this morning, but I wouldn't exactly say it was torrential rain. You need a load of water on the river. I think we're at 0.8 at the moment, so very low and shallow. Very clear as well. I do like it when it's got a little bit of colour to it. Well, we've come to the end of the session. It's been a little bit of a grueler. I thought we might get a few under his belt. I knew it was going to go 50-50 with the weather, with it being like 30 odd degrees yesterday. Slowly cooled down. We had a bit of rain last night, rain this morning. I was hoping it was going to pick up a little bit, but I spoke to a couple of lads and they says it's hardly pulling anything out in the daytime. Only a few silvers on the float. So my next session will be on a different section of the Trent. We'll be doing a few nights and we'll be targeting the barbel. The next few days we have got a bit of rain coming in, so low pressure will come in slightly, and then that will put the odds in our favour. The levels won't rise that much, so because the water levels are so low and clear, it's not the best conditions for catching a barbel. But who knows, we shall try. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.